There is video footage on the members channel of everything up to the end of the tiger claw section where we start the second side. And just so you know, when you do your notes, when you come out, like you end up down here, you did the butterfly palm push, you did horse stance side chop. Okay, from horse stance side chop, in your notes, you would probably have something like, from horse stance side chop, right hand block down, this is the tiger, you would say tiger claw section. There's 3 moves there that you would have under there. Do this with me. You have tiger claw. And so you would say, well, that's not enough information, right? You need to write a stance. You need to say right bow and arrow stance, left straight tiger claw strike. And then you say, well, right hand has to do a rolling downward pressing block. So it's not just pushing down, it's rolling and pushing in. Okay, so you've done that move before, but you need to be able to tell yourself that through your note taking, maybe through your diagrams, that that's the move that's happening there. So from horse stance side chop, roll, push in, this comes out, straight strike. The next one you would say is back foot, because you don't care what stance you're in right now, it's always going to be the back foot in this case that steps. So you could say back foot, you could make a reminder, it's your left foot the first time. Stepping to cat stance, triangle step for single tiger claw. So when you learn the tiger claw terminology, then, oh, okay, so that means I only have one tiger claw. I don't have double. I don't have any shape like this. It's not this one. It's single. So that means 99% the opposite hand in single tiger claw cat stance position will always be at the chamber position in a tiger claw shape. And that's the normal. The exception would be chambered as a fist. But because this is standard, you would say single tiger claw cat stance. And as you learn that, you know that that's the move that comes out. But until, because maybe this is your first time learning that, see, you can practice this move as you listen. Then as you take your notes for the first few forms, maybe you would say, okay, single tiger claw. And then you would have additional notes to say, front hand is turning sideways. So that means your thumb needs to be on the top. It's not this way. Why? Is because it's a block and a tearing grab. It's a pulling grab. So you would never do single tiger claw as a straight line strike. You don't know this the first time that you learn it, but now you're starting to understand what the intention behind there is step off the line, do a block, prepare for a grab, and so on. So we're learning the positioning of the body and the upper limb for the standard, so-called standard, single tiger claw position. So this is something that I want to teach you today, because this shows up in lots of different Southern forms, whether it's Southern Shaolin, 5 animals, 5 element style, Southern fist, and the list goes on. A tiger, all these different styles that use the tiger animal per se will maybe have this shape. So it's really good to know. And once you've learned it, single tiger claw, you just know you can move. And it's it. It's like Mantis catches the cicada. Oh, you know it's going to be something like this, right? There's lots of different ways to do it, but this is a good standard one to learn. And then from there, it's like, oh yeah, okay, just make this change. Okay, does that make sense? So from horse stance side chop, tiger claw, come out, bow and arrow stance. This is strike. Single tiger claw, left cat stance. Okay, and from here, you sink your hip, and you can open your body a little bit. The backhand can pull. All right. One exercise that I like to do is you can practice those shapes separately. You can practice, say, for example, stationary, double tiger claw. Okay, so what does that look like? 1, 2. So you can just practice turning from bow and arrow stance to bow and arrow stance. Okay, you can do that. You can go forward. 1, 2, 1, and so on. Okay, you can make up your own exercises, but it's basically about the bow and arrow stance shape with a rolling pressing block and the tiger claw strike. Okay, but you can also practice single tiger claw. You can practice stationary, and we did this. Remember you were training with me outside? We did step, step. We did triangle step, just back and forth. So now we can add the tiger shape to that. We go like this. 1, 2. Okay, so what's the most important part for as a beginner is to get your step angle correct, get your tiger claw placement correct, and then you have to put it together. Step, claw. So when your front foot touches down, your front hand will also do its job. Once you get that, then you got to pay attention to the backhand as well. It's pulling. So backhand, pulling. Okay, backhand, pulling. Okay, that's not very hard, but you need to coordinate all that. And then eventually, when you do alternating sides, you'll see that that backhand is actually doing more than just retracting. It is actually doing a block. So for example, here, this is the first thing that moves, is a block and another block. In this case, the first one is definitely blocking, probably grabbing, and then the second one might be coming out to do a china locking move, maybe on the throat, okay? Or it can be doing a second block. So whatever your imagination, but you have to have 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so that's the idea. And then of course, for the context of the form, you have to do one of these and one of those. 1, 2. Okay, so that's the first part of the form. You would do double tiger claw, single tiger claw, and then you come back into your position. Eventually, you can do from here 1, 2, 3. Okay, double, single, double. And that's the form. Okay, so that's all the time I wanted to spend on that move. I know that you may not master it yet today, but that's okay. The video is posted on the members channel. You can look at that and study it some more. But today, I probably gave you a little bit more information on the tiger claw shapes and usage and conventions, okay, the standard shapes that is not in the video. So the fact that you showed up today's session, you're getting stuff that I won't put in the video. So there you go. All right.